I just got home from seeing Companion. I went to AMC's Scream Unseen, which was a mystery showing. I thought it was either going to be Hard Eyes or this, and fingers crossed, I was hoping for Companion, and it was. Queen Nicole Kidman set it off as always. She's always so good.
They are.
Before jumping into the movie, I gotta call out the trailer on this. I know a lot of people have a problem with it, and for good reason. They gave away way too much, and watching the movie in full, they could have easily cut this trailer into something that was still interesting enough for the viewer once they saw the trailer that would have brought them into the movie. It would have been cool to find out in the movie that Sophie Thatcher is a robot, because up until that moment, they're sort of dropping hints that would have been fun on a rewatch to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Regardless of all that, this movie was a blast. I mean, you've seen the trailers, you know the story by now, but just a quick synopsis. A billionaire's death sets off a chain of events for Iris and her friends during a weekend trip to his lakeside estate. So yes, Jack Quaid, Josh, is bringing his girlfriend Iris to this mansion, basically. It's a huge house. It's owned by his friend Sergey, this sort of mysterious Russian guy. You're not sure if he's in the mafia. You have Jack Quaid, who is incredible. He is charming, charismatic, kind of an asshole, but he's hilarious. Like, he has some laugh out loud moments in this movie. Sophie Thatcher, as always, she's totally crushing it right now. I mean, Heretic, Yellow Jackets season 3 is coming out. She's just everywhere, and I'm all about it. You also have Megan Surrey, who plays Kat. She's sort of a little biatch of the group. She's giving the cold shoulder to Iris whenever her and Josh arrive.
You know, it's not that I don't like you, Iris. It's the idea of you.
And two of my favorite characters of the movie, I think they were the audience favorite. They got the biggest laughs. This adorable gay couple, Eli and Patrick.
She's tied up inside, so she's not going anywhere. Eli.
I turned to my friend Brandon after this movie was over with, and I was like, is there anything you didn't like about this movie? And he said, no. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. I don't have any problems with this. Maybe the very ending's a little soapy, soap opera-y, whatever, a little generic final shot. But look, other than that, this was a damn fun movie. Excellent pacing. This movie does not drag at all. It has some hilarious moments. If you're going into this expecting a horror movie, I can't say that this is even remotely close to a horror movie. I would put this more in the camp of black comedy thriller. The only time it sorta touches on some horror elements are kind of towards the end of the movie. There are what I think are a couple of Terminator 2 references, maybe. There's one character in this movie towards the end when the violence is sort of ramping up. I was like, is this T-1000 right now? I'm kind of here for it. This is badass. There's also another shot where I won't tell you what it is, but I'm like, yeah, this is giving me some T2 vibes. Just needed John Connor on a dirt bike. This movie is very bloody, but again, not scary, and that is totally okay. I mean, I highly recommend seeing this in a packed theater. This was so much fun. Also love that there is a cameo from the dude from Ozark. There's a moment where he is trying to talk to Iris, but she has her settings turned to Russian, so she's talking to him in Russian, and he's just like completely clueless how to handle this situation. And that's another thing. Iris can adjust her settings like right down to her eye color, like a slider on an app on a phone. Can adjust the pitch of her voice, what language she's speaking in. There's this company that makes these companion robots that these people are buying or apparently renting, where they kind of download all your data. They allow this robot to scan your face and they're like instantly in love with you. Puts all these memories in their head about how you guys met, but they're false memories, but they're real to the robots. So we are seeing Iris experience all of these emotions, and we have intense empathy for her because she is very human, even though she's obviously this robot. We are on her side, watching her navigate this shitty relationship with this guy that's kind of gaslighting and treating her like shit. This movie does explore some interesting themes. By the way, these are not my cats. This is a long story, but I came home from the theater and God, long story short, I have a piece of shit neighbor who just put these cats outside, is apparently neglecting them. It's a whole trashy situation. I called his wife. Apparently he's living there now, but he's neglecting the cats. So I came home, saw the cats, said fuck that. I brought them inside. I'm keeping them here overnight, and I'm going to figure out a foster situation for these cats. But it has been quite the fucking hour, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to talk about this, but now I got all these random cats in the background. So there's that. Also, if you abuse or neglect animals, you are a piece of fucking shit. Back to the movie. So yes, this movie does explore some pretty deep themes, like, I don't know, just the shittiness of human behavior, something I'm very familiar with at this moment. Throughout this movie, you are rooting for Iris, and you are on her side. She's trying to navigate like this shitty situation she's been put in. And it poses some interesting questions. I mean, like with the rise of AI technology, do you think many years from now, if this is possible, once artificial intelligence and robots cross that uncanny valley into this area where these robots are no longer just robots, they have actual feelings? Like, how would humans navigate that situation? And this movie kind of explores some of that. Sometimes serious, sometimes lighthearted. Like, the term robo-shame is thrown out in this movie, and I could totally see that being a thing. And speaking of robots, this might be kind of giving something away, but Iris is not the only robot. I won't tell you who, but it is an interesting twist. Figured at the very least it could be a fun guessing game, seeing if you can figure out who it is. So I think that is going to do it for this review. I have to go because I have two stranger cats in my living room, and I have my cat, Mipsy, shut in my bedroom, and she is clawing at the door and crying. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I have a house full of cats. I'm just trying to do the right thing here. But yes, go see Companion whenever you can. This movie is a lot of fun. Go see it in a packed theater. Yeah, that is going to do it for now. If you enjoyed this review, hey, like the video, comment down below if you've seen the movie. Keep it spoiler free, but tell me what you thought of the movie. So yeah, that is going to be all for now, but thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.